Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil. Today we are talking about the latest One Punch Man chapter, chapter 160. Obviously a huge chapter, big chapter for sure. And I want to talk about all the juicy things that happened in that chapter. Because, apart from, the Garou and Saitama shit that happened at the end, there were also some really good parts I would like to get into. Which, by the way, I was actually really surprised. I was really surprised to see a lot of people actually kind of on my wavelength, right? Kind of agreeing with me that this chapter might not necessarily mean that Garou and Saitama are up for the fight. And I saw a lot of people agreeing with me on the fact that there's not really a reason, right? There's not really a reason for them to fight right now. So if there is a reason that pops up next chapter, which there might be, and we're going to talk about it this chapter. The main thought that I was seeing a lot of in the comments from last video, we're going to talk about that this chapter, that there might be a reason that popped up that I like. I actually like this a lot. I like this idea a lot. So we're going to talk about it and all the other good stuff that happened in this chapter. That's what this video is going to be about. So without further ado, let's do this shit. Okay, so here's the idea. So when we get to the end of the chapter and Saitama asks, Garou, what are you supposed to be? It's actually it's more clear than I thought it was, right? I was trying to analyze this shit, dissect it apart and all that stuff, but he's literally saying, what are you supposed to be? Are you a human or a monster? And this is kind of huge, right? Because my boy Saitama only one punches monsters, right? He only one punches monsters. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think there's a dialogue to be had here. I think that's the next part of this encounter. I don't think they go straight away to fucking throwing fists at each other, right? I don't think that's the case. I think there's a conversation to be had here between the boy Garou and Saitama to figure out what my boy Garou is at this point, right? Is he a human or a monster? And obviously, depending on how he answers and depending what the conclusion is on my boy, that's gonna dictate how Saitama treats his ass, right? And that was cool. I didn't really think about that. But that's pretty spot on. I like that a lot. So I don't know how this conversation is gonna go, right? I'm assuming it's gonna happen next chapter, and it's gonna be crazy. Now on the flip side, for my boy Garou, I mean that's obviously the core reason that Saitama would want to fight Garou, right? If he sees him as a monster, as he sees him as a major threat, because he just one-chopped Sage Centipede, right? That would be a major, that would make sense. That would make sense why Saitama wants to fight Garou, but I still don't really see a reason for why Garou would want to fight Saitama. Now, obviously, Garou doesn't know at this point how strong Saitama is, and I'm assuming he's gonna find out in like the next chapter, in the next two chapters, right? He's gonna find out how strong my boy Saitama is. Now, when he does find out, I think at that point he probably does want to fight him just for the shits, right? Because that's kind of how my boy Garou operates. He used to. Now he actually has like some purpose when he fights and stuff. But back in the day, back in the early Garou days, he was kind of just fighting people, just to shoot the shit, to prove it to himself that he was strong, right? And I feel like he hasn't hit a brick wall in a while, right? He's one chopping Sage Centipede, right? He's going up against all these guys, right? So I feel like it's time for my boy Garou to hit the brick wall. But then again, this guy has been exponentially powering up for a while now, and I'm really stunned by how this is gonna go, because I know Saitama's gonna win, right? Obviously, he's gotta win this fight, right? Because I feel like he has things to go. I feel like he's gonna be the guy to take on God, right? Or maybe it's both of them. I'm still hoping it's gonna be both of them. That would be pretty sick. So I think what we're seeing in this chapter is the shifting of the series. It's the shifting of the series, because for the past like 20-30 chapters, right, Garou has been the main character of One Punch Man. That's facts. That's just how it is. And I think what we're gonna see possibly from, if they do fight, which to me now makes a little bit more sense based off what I've already said in this video on how they could fight, I think this is possibly the shifting of the series back into the favor of my boy Saitama. And then after Garou, he's gonna fight God, right? That's how I see it. That's what I think is gonna happen. So interesting. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the next chapter because this isn't really a fight thing, right? This is more of a lore storytelling thing. I feel like this is I feel like this is definitely in the lane of storytelling rather than just hype fights, which it would be if they did fight. But I don't even know if they're gonna fight, right? I don't even know if that's a possibility. Maybe the conversation is all we're gonna get, which I'm excited for. I'm a big lore guy. I'm a big lore nut, so I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be really big. I don't really see, unless it's bait. Like I said, it could still be just bait. I don't really see anything else happening next chapter, unless it's like, you know, some Fubuki, you know, that whole team bullshit going on. But nah, I want it to be right. I want it to be this shit right here in the sauce. Garou, Saitama, what's going on? I want that to be the next chapter. That's what I want to happen. So for that, I'm very excited. I don't see. Here's the other thing, right? I don't know how Garou is going to find out about Saitama's powers. That's the other thing, because I don't think he remembers him, right? I don't think he remembers him. And I don't know, and I don't think he's gonna die, right? I don't think Saitama's gonna one-punch Garou, right? That would just suck. That wouldn't be good. I don't think that would be good. I don't think any of us think that would be good. But I do think they're gonna brawl, right? They might scrap a little bit. I don't know how he's gonna find out about Saitama's powers. Like, is Saitama gonna just go in for a punch or some shit? Garou like takes the hit. He's like, oh shit, this guy's strong. This guy's really strong. No, and there's no monsters around for my boy Saitama to show off his power. So that's a big thing. How is Garou gonna find out about Saitama's power right now? Because there's nothing for Saitama to show off his power on, right? There's nothing. Oroshi's not there, Psychos isn't there, God isn't there yet, right? Evil Natural Water is presumably done. I'm on the ban camp now that Evil Natural Water is gone, by the way. Sage Centipede is dead, so yeah, like, there's nothing for him to show off his powers. So that's another hurdle that has to be jumped in the next few chapters. How Garou finds out about Saitama, and then how Saitama sees Garou. Is he a human or a monster, or is he a little bit of both? We'll see. There's also the idea, right, that my boy Garou hasn't fully monsterized yet, which obviously, you know, you see his eyeball, right? So, you know, there is the idea that he could still monsterize even further, which is pretty exciting. I don't know what would trigger that. If a Saitama punch would trigger that, I don't know. Like I said, there's no monsters around. So what is gonna happen? It's crazy. It's good. It's exciting. I love these times. I love these times when shit is going down and no one knows what the hell's going on. So those are a few food for thoughts, right? A lot of things going on in One Punch Man. Very exciting times, or like I said, this could be bait, right? Maybe, like, I don't know, God pops up out of nowhere and it just interrupts the Garou and Saitama conversation, and then we just don't get anything. That would suck. That would absolutely suck. But those are kind of the things I want to think about going into the next chapter. Some of the things that you guys should think about for sure. I'm less confused, confused, I guess. I'm less confused than when I first read the chapter. I find thanks to you guys, first off, for giving me some ideas, for putting these ideas in my brain to see how this could actually go about, and what could possibly happen. I think I'm on the ban camp that says there's no reason for a fight. And I'm actually excited. I'm excited if there's not a fight, because I think there's gonna be more storytelling and plot shit if they don't fight, and if there's, you know, some conversation that goes about. But nevertheless, those are my thoughts. Those are some of the things I wanted to reiterate to you guys. Let me know down below all your thoughts, predictions, theories, all of that shit. Let me know down below is this, don't spoil it, obviously. Is this on par with the webcomic? Or, because I know sometimes the webcomic and the manga are on entirely different wavelengths, and I'd like to know if this is, like, similar, or is it not similar? Let me know down below. But as always, that's it. That's all I got for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.